Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Reus 2, where today we are pushing hard to jam as much prosperity as we can into our ancient hole. That's right, you heard me. So, we have quite a lot of resources to buy stuff from the planet shop. We have a lot of empty slots around here now, things that we need to mess with. Unfortunately, we can't get any more value out of this heliconia. That's interesting. The heliconia is marked as sleeping, and it is not outputting the food from its own grace bonus. This slot just has the value from the macaw on it. I was kind of expecting this to keep working because there's no food in the base output of the heliconia. But, okay, well, if we build plants around it, does it still get its improvements? It is worth noting, by the way, that right now, the easiest way to gain prosperity in the city is to improve the technology level. However, improving the technology level of this city adds more trade goods and makes it somewhat less likely, I think, maybe, I'm not sure of this, that the other cities will choose the wrong thing when running trade routes. So I do want to improve the resource output of these other cities before we do any of that. So I think for right now, let's go throw down some stuff. This topaz, would like to be near some more topaz. I'm going to drop a topaz here, which should be... along with the topaz there, enough to get us some wealth. Some decent wealth. And we may never finish Bustling Metropolis. That legitimately might not happen. But what we can do is get a trade route running, and they are looking in the right direction. If they take the sludge, that'll actually get us somewhat close to Bustling Metropolis. And then we can try to make the distance up on the combination of Sushi Bar and a pretty good resource conversion for Mystery. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. I'm actually really curious. Let's not do anything else until that trade route completes. Yay! Canned sludge! Okay, so that produces 820 bonus food. Oops. And how does that... where does that finish us off? It's not going to be 60, that's for sure. It's not as close as I was hoping. Okay. But it has increased the wealth of Ancient Hole fairly considerably, so that's something. Wealth is prosperity. Wealth is also more progress on more trade routes, which add prosperity in their own way, although it's really sad that we're getting all these 15 mystery trade goods when they're so terrible for this city, like so exaggeratedly bad. Okay. Next thing's up. We're working on getting trade from the other cities. This city doesn't need to gain all that much. In addition, obviously, it would be pretty sick if we could get the power plant running. I don't think we have any energy anything. No, we don't. So we're probably going to take our next draft here. And when I say next draft, do I mean I'm buying a draft? Probably. Let's draft Taiga looking specifically for energy minerals, right? Yeah, minerals in general, energy specifically. Okay, natural gas is compelling. It also gets us a couple of trees, which are cool. No other energy here. Yeah, seems like a winner. 75 science for each patch away from the closest city is rad. We have lots of things that can give lost, including both of the trees here. This one especially. This is just a great unlock. Now, what we really want to do is make sure that we're putting down that shit next to the silver, right? Y'all are probably pretty up for an expansion. So let me throw down a quick crevice right here. We can get them to push out naturally. We can probably gain a couple of patches pretty easily off of this. Obviously, we're going to have to do some slot upgrading, but that's fine. We're going to get there. So we just need to generate a little bit of bonus money. All right, how far off am I on biodiversity? I didn't even think about biodiversity. I have to get to 6. We can get to 6. Yeah, you're going to just go out and grab something immediately. So, unique predators, obviously pretty great over here. You want to be adjacent to at least 2 minerals, which you would be if we put you down here, and you are critters. This slot is not level 2. Oh, I probably can't, yeah, I can't put you down. You're food biotica. What am I talking about? I did not draft up. Sadly, our stoats are just like fucking garbage now. Well, we do want to put down another skunk adjacent to this. I did move the skunk away. You want to be next to things that are producing science. And the natural gas itself doesn't care what's next to it. So, it's not like horrible. I think we're going to put the natural gas down here. That's the plan. The eventual plan. So I'm trying to figure out like what it is that we do, that we put down in the interim as we're just like filling space. You want to be adjacent to undergrowth. We probably lost the ability to place all of our undergrowth. Obviously, putting down high level trees will get us some coverage here. So, alright, the skunk is minus biodiversity. That is awkward. But it produces a lot of science here. I don't know. We'll worry about it in a second. Alright, for now, just raw biodiversity increases. We have all of our minerals represented. We have all of our level 1. We kind of have everything represented, actually. So let me upgrade over this. Put down a poplar, which will have a lot of science. That'll be good for us. Yeah, we're gonna have some biodiversity problems in this biome. There's only so much that can be done. I mean, the copper's got to be consuming some of it because we care about that copper very much. The silver's extremely good. Yeah, we might even have to buy another draft to make this work. Peat is not the most exciting option for this slot. Can we overwrite this with something that'll be a little bit more exciting? I mean, I can put 15 points of resources down. That's kind of the best I could do, though, huh? Tin in this position actually isn't next to a plant. We should probably put a plant down. For right now, let's just fill in the space. Okay. Now I'm going to replace this with tin for the moment. And the stoat also with tin for the moment? I think so. Yeah, this is kind of like the best we can do as far as packing legacy value into these tiles, which is a little sad. Alright, we pull some upgrades here. We throw down a poplar. And now we have tier 2 ability, but we don't actually have all that many things to put down that are in interesting tier 2s, which really does suggest to me that we should just buy another draft. This biome it's just behind on ideas, basically. I mean, I can put down a Siberian pine in this look. I guess that makes sense. The Siberian pine is a food biotica. Right. I looked at the plus 80 science and just didn't even register the fact that this is a base food plant. What a bummer. Okay. So yeah, let's buy ourselves another draft. I think I'm buying it with science. Need another taiga draft. This will push up our max biome rank, which is useful. So we like a new predator. We would love a critter. Yeah, like these crossbills are pretty good. The blue bead is fine. You know what? The blue bead's an undergrowth biotica. As is this, actually. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. And then the granite's not horrible, and it has a pretty low biodiversity requirement. Cranberry also produces a lot of extra biodiversity. I think I actually like this draft a lot. Okay. So, to start figuring things out, I would like to put down a crossbill adjacent to the stoat, right? The idea is you want predators next to the sulfur. So you go like stoat here. Stoat here feels like a terrible waste. But maybe it's the right thing to do. We can put down the cranberry there. I need to get 2 predators adjacent to this thing. I want to get as many predators as possible adjacent to it, right? Right now, that means the stoat and the skunk. We're just going to have to do more upgrade patches somewhere else. That's all it is. That's all there is to it. So for right now, we go stoat here, producing a weirdly high amount of gold, which is actually good and fine. And then a crossbill there for the stoat to hunt. And the crossbill is next to a tree and is all happy. That gets us some pretty good resources. Only 3 biodiversity. Did I replace the only agate in the biome? I think I might have. So that's a thing to consider for later. Then we're probably going to want to put down a blue bead. So this wants notes. Where's the, we just picked up something. Is it it's the granite. Okay, each distinct set of animal and undergrowth in the biome. So we can put down a blue bead over here, replacing, say, this stone, which is not unique. And see if this actually gets the flower bonus from the heliconia, which seems to be asleep. It did. Cool. All right. Good news. Yeah, weird. Okay. Anyway. So close to generating the trade route here. Now we're at 4 biodiversity in this area. We need to get to 6. We're still pushing. We're getting there. So we got stoats. Can't put rabbits down. We got crossbills. We have blue beads. We can't put down rowans. We have furs. We can't have carrots. I can put down a cranberry somewhere. Each adjacent bioticum that has a base science yield will give us additional biodiversity. So it should be pretty easy for one of these to push us over the top, right? We want the silver to also be next to things that are producing a lot of science. We for sure want the natural gas to be adjacent to the silver. We kind of want a skunk here to juice up the hell aura. Which is already kind of damaging the silver. The poplar's almost at Tough Tree. I think it was over and then we pushed it back down. So I think let's drop the skunk. The skunk has high value. As a thing with a predator tag, the skunk has high value. Okay, yeah, that definitely generated a lot of extra money. Okay. How you doing on that trade route? Okay, so we have to push to 25. The inventor's inventing something that might give us some wealth. But in the meantime, we got to keep on keeping on here. So I think I lost my peat. This is not the only tin. If I put down a peat over here, it's next to this undergrowth. It's actually going to get us a pretty good chunk of biodiversity. But does it make more sense to put it? I mean, no, we're not going to get the extra value on it if we put it over there. And this only costs us 1 eon, obviously. Okay, and then the cranberry ends up going down, like, here or something? It doesn't actually have to be very close. Cranberry does need a level 2 slot, that's true. Yeah. So am I upgrading this patch? What I really want to do is put the natural gas down here, so I kind of want to upgrade this patch. It's just, it's crummy that this is where I put the sulfur, honestly. We can put down other sulfur elsewhere, I suppose, later. So if I am in fact upgrading this patch, then what do we want to put in it before I do so? To just like trap in the value. Granite is level 2. We'd have to put the upgrade down first. Is it just some tin or something? It's probably just some tin, right? It's probably just some tin. The blue bead wants to be next to other undergrowth. Right now, this is forming a garden with the hemp, which is fucking rad. But I could put down 2 blue beads in these slots. Actually, they generate 25 science each, which is a little bit worse than the tin. Spending a lot of Eon over here. I think it's worth it because when we put down the energy, I think it's going to complete City of the Future as well. Like, we're going to get good value out of this, but... Gosh, if we get the trade route going and the traders don't come over here and grab the canned sludge, though, this is going to be a little bit of a waste. So it'll be 10 food for each point of population, or 10 gold for each point of population. And this food, the city's going to gain several hundred food. So, I mean, it works out to be a fair amount of money. But this is also kind of a pain in the ass. All right, well, all I have to do to actually increase the number of trade routes the city has is put down 24 gold. So, is there a way for me to easily put down 24 gold? In order for this to be 24 gold, we'd have to have like 40 science in the slot next to it. Which we can nearly do. Yeah, almost. Can't really increase your value. God, we're so close to being able to just slap down the natural gas. I guess actually if I throw an upgrade on this right now, I will be able to, because we'll get back the 1 biodiversity from this. And it's not producing any biodiversity because we have another skunk over here. The other thing I could do is replace this skunk with something we don't yet have. Maybe that's not a terrible play. Okay, this is no base science. We're gonna spend 5 more value here, is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna put down something that has a reasonable amount of base value. 15 is actually totally acceptable. But I was trying to see if I could get a 20. Seems like 15 is where we're gonna land without doing some rearranging. Some rearranging that I don't want to do. And like in theory, if you put down the cranberry over here, it makes things a lot better, but also I don't want to spend the time putting down the resources. So we are going to just put down 15 additional science. We're going to throw the upgrade in. We're going to drop the energy. And then we're going to go back to focusing on the other city. Will this all have been worth it? Fucking, I don't know. I hope so. We're going to get some really nice value out of the power plant when we fire it. All right. Upgrade. So that should put us on 6 biodiversity. And then you come over here and you slap down that natural gas. And this should generate lots of energy, or lots of science and lots of money for the science, in addition to a little bit of money and a lot of science from this thing. Yeah. And look at that. The trade mission is going in the right direction. Is this going to get us City of the Future? No, probably not. We did put down a new Apex Biotica. It's worth noting, I suppose. I gotta remember that in itself, an Apex Bioticum is like very large value. This is not, I think, going to get us to 50. It did get us the canned sludge trade. Actually, it's going to get us really close. And finishing this is worth a draft charge that we will be able to use to upgrade the rainforest biome and some upgrades and stuff. Okay, yeah, and all that bonus population is going to turn into gold and as such wealth. Yeah, this is going to get us like halfway through 49. Very close to finishing the City of the Future. We will have to do a little math on whether it is worth it to complete it, I suppose. So it would cost us 35 science. Or we would have to put down 35 science. If I build in a predator at this stage, let's say the skunk, we're going to get 50 science here, which of course is going to be, yeah, it's not enough money. Or sorry, 50, we're going to get 50 science. I don't care about the money anymore. The 50 science is absolutely worth it. And the skunk will actually increase the yield of the natural gas as well. So it will, this will like super, by adding a loss tag. So this will super complete this thing for us. I've decided I want the draft and I want the completion. Okay. And the inventor's inventing some stuff, which is, who knows, it might be valuable, maybe. All right. Yeah, completion of another 4 levels of project powers up all of the Apex Biotica over here. It's very rad. All right, so we've stopped gaining population. Where does that put Ancient Hole? Ancient Hole is at 197. Even with that extra money, it's still only going to be 197. So we still have 53 to make. We haven't fired any of our micros. We have a ton of unspent resources. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think we're going to be able to get there. So let's focus on science generation first, right? Because that's how we're really gonna get there. Lively growth gives us plus points for each adjacent animal. You want to be adjacent to things that have a science yield. You are not necessary anymore. You did your thing. I would prefer for that to be an animal. If it's going to be an animal, obviously we're not going to get a science animal out of it. I guess it's just like a crossbill or a stoat, right? Which is to say it's a crossbill. It's not very good in terms of money, but it'll get us 30 extra science. If there's no more than one other copy of this Biotica. So we can put down another hemp. It's pretty light on the biodiversity needs, but also our biodiversity in this biome is all fucked up now. So that's a thing we're going to have to sort out. I think we can afford to just go ahead and do this now. Just give me a critter. The blue bead, I probably am not changing. The blue bead's way too valuable. Okay, and you would like to be adjacent to one thing that you're not adjacent to already. So if we just put down what I would love is like a science rock. Do we have stone over here still? I think I deleted the stone from this biome. So putting down a stone gets us a lot of good stuff. And you have a base. The monkeys do have base science yield, right? Yeah. Okay, so that should be good. increase our outputs a little bit, work us back toward having a little bit of biodiversity again. Gives us Tiny Tinker, gives us Paradise Bird, it's all good. Okay. So we are actually getting these bonuses. It's not clear to me why the Heliconia is not actually... It seems to not actually be working. It seems to just be getting the resources from the macaw. Let's put some plants around it. They don't have to be distinct plants. They can just be any plant. So we could put down another hemp, obviously, although the hemp wants to be next to animals, so probably not. I could put down a kapok tree. Yeah. Kapok tree seems good. And we probably want to take another draft for this biome while that's happening. So what I would really love is more science plants. Rubber trees, interesting. Kind of think I want to take a reroll here. The obsidian's not bad. Each other distinct volcanic bioticum on the planet. That's interesting. I don't know that we have any of those. I think I'm going to take a reroll on this. Okay, not a lot of science trees here, but we do get access to some science. We do have to remember these are Apex Biotica are going to be very difficult to play in this biome for a little while. Each distinct legacy biotica in this biome, unfortunately, most of our legacies are the same thing. So the helium's kind of not exactly awesome. Reroll. Here we go. A medicinal toxic tree with the cinchona tree. Hematite is good, for sure. It's good value in total. Yeah, the problem with this is we're really at the moment only getting this biotica from it, right? And that's not amazing. The Gumbo Limbo tree really wants there to be a bunch of surplus biodiversity. It's just not a place where we're living right now. Each science in distinct biotica within the biome. I mean, this is a really good plant for us. And this isn't a bad plant. Yeah, alright, take it. Well, we know for sure one more plant that we're going to be putting down nearby. Once you actually get over here. We probably could finish Pirate Town too, and that would definitely add some levels to some stuff. Alright, 1 point of deep jungle doesn't do anything. Let's see if we can get this to work. Okay, so you're getting your real value. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Do I want this tree to be anywhere in particular? I don't think so. We should put something down near the Scarlet Macaw, because the macaw obviously just like wants things around it. We get some extra value there. Alright, Deep Jungle at 2. The Heliconia is now... Okay, it's now totally live. It's getting its base value again. Yeah, it's... Huh. That's weird. I wonder why it was turned off totally until its symbiosis came online. Well, whatever. And we've actually already gotten back to positive biodiversity. So we would like to put down more plants around this plant. So we got tree and tree here. The things that like to be near trees would love it if we would put down another kind of tree there. You need distinct tree biotica, so But you can only get up to 2 value from it. Well, I don't have any other options for the moment. I think we're just going to put down... And each cinchona tree that we put down is 20 science and a bunch of extra biodiversity after a certain point. The Ramon tree is extra biodiversity by itself. It just produces points of biodiversity. That's actually very helpful. And then we're hoping to get to 8. Yeah. And we can replace this with the coffee when it's time, probably. Yeah, and then that'll upgrade these 2 slots, so it could be coffee and that monkey here. That seems pretty good. So let's put down, I guess, some more Ramon trees, just to... First of all, max out Deep Jungle, which will get us more biodiversity by itself. And then... You only have 2 things adjacent to you. I can put down another Ramon tree over here. And gain some more points of some stuff. 211 already. We're doing it. We're pushing it. And then we'd like to put down something else that has a science yield over here. And this could absolutely be a stone. Although we do have stone already, so the stone is not going to give us biodiversity, but it is going to give us Paradise Bird. Which is, I mean, I guess it's only so valuable. We can put down a flint. Flint's a little bit better. Well, no, it's 10 and 10. But actually, did I get rid of our flint? We might not have a flint in this biome anymore. Yeah, I think I overrode it. So actually, this is biodiversity and diversity for Paradise Bird and just the most science we can get from a tier 1 slot. So that's a pretty good combination of traits. Very, very close now. Unfortunately, when we overwrite this, we're actually going to lose a biodiversity, which is kind of funny. So... what can I put down? I definitely want to keep this Ramon tree. I might just put down another one here. When we put down the monkey, it's going to help us generate the resources for the other thing, actually. So yeah, you know what? Let me put something in this space. For right now, I guess just like a flint. A flint's fine, right? Yeah, 20 value. Oh, wait. Hold on. I just realized we're at 5 Eon left already. So if we're going to do some overwriting, this would be a good time to do it. I guess I would rather... The biodiversity won't get legacied. So, if we're going to do the thing here... I mean, I probably want to drop a macaw, right? Yeah, we wanna drop a macaw, put down another macaw here, and put down something else there. This is the part where we have to start buying Eon. Okay, so I want to put down something that I don't have any of. We have an amethyst. We have topaz. We don't have snake anymore. Snake doesn't even really make sense as an option, but, like, we don't have it, is the critically important thing. We would be overwriting it in the near future, for sure. None of the slots in this city's territory are upgraded, right? Yeah, so I can't put down any, I can't put down any fancier stuff. Anything I would put down is going to cost us biodiversity anyway. Yeah, I can't put down a pitaya. And the spider monkey's going to be the point of biodiversity here. We might have to accept that I'm not going to get... No, I don't have to accept that. Don't have to. Can't be made to. So we probably do not need another expansion charge. Like, we still have one, right? Yeah, so I think I'm comfortable at this point spending a lot of population on Eon. Let's just do that for the moment. I'm going to put down the snake. I am going to do a little extra remontree stuff over here. Just trying to get us to the biodiversity necessary to put down another bird so that we can do trickery. Okay. Bird. I'm pretty sure I don't have to wait for all the resources to come out, but I'm not actually sure. Let's just wait for everything to come over here and accumulate and get counted, and then we will press the legacy button. Okay. Just being thorough. And hey, look at that. This pushed us across to 219, what do you call it? 219 prosperity, which is pretty good. Alright, legacy these, get a whole bunch of resources. Now we put down this monkey, which is adjacent to 2 different trees, and restores the kapok tree. Fantastic. And then we get to put down our fancy coffee on a bonus slot super booster, which is fantastical. Yeah, so this is actually very good. This is a lot of resources. And we'll only pay 3 Eon for it. And then we'll buy some more Eon. I forgot that I should let the Eon run out on purpose. Look at all that zest. Holy shit. Actually, yes, look at all of that. That is quite a lot of resources. Okay. Where does that put us in terms of overall prosperity? The funny part is, tech is still our lowest stat. It won't be after this, but it took a long time to catch up. I mean, especially since we were gaining the other stats constantly as I was building everything up. But yeah, it absolutely, the diplomat bonus absolutely rules. It's really, really powerful. We are continuing to gain Sludge Court bonuses. This is actually going to get us really close to 250 before we even spend any of our, what do you call them? Micros. Okay, yeah, wow. We're very close to another invention. We created advanced medicine, which is, wow, the cinchona tree for a 1-star produces, that's a pretty high value, good. And we're going to get another invention when we gain one more, yeah, just a very small amount more science. That's really cool. Okay, let us purchase some more Eon. Obviously, we're not done here. In addition, what else do I want to do? So we have some 3 stars, plus 25 all resources for each completed level 4 city request on the planet. This is something you could put on something that's pretty low level, right? But I guess you would want to put it on the unique booster here because of because you would get double science from this thing. So the resource, the science bonus from this would be improved by quite a bit. I don't know how percentage bonuses stack. My guess would be that it probably adds up all your flat stuff and then adds up all the percentages and applies the total percentage to the flat stuff, but we don't actually know that for sure. So this diplomat emblem might be very good here. But I don't necessarily want to put it down just yet. I'm like thinking about... We could throw it on some rivers and probably just get pushed over on the rivers, right? Deep Jungle has a cap, so it doesn't necessarily help us to add a bunch of slots above this in a mountain format. The other thing we could do is... Actually, I would really like a river where the diplomat emblem is. So yeah, let's maybe do that. We have the resources to purchase a couple of terraform charges. Alright, this is your job, right? Yeah, create a creek. Creek here, please. Okay. And a creek here, please. I know this one's hitting the monkeys. Obviously, we're not getting any benefit from it there, but we are getting benefit from it on this coffee. And then, if you wouldn't mind throwing down a diplomat emblem on this coffee. Yep, that was enough. That did it. We invented, you know, coffee. For some reason, this is 3 tech. I guess the idea is it's a productivity increase. But there we go. We did it. That's the end of that. We could buy like an awful lot more Eon and stuff. We could push for a high score. I'm debating. I'm thinking about it. Like, do I want to, or do I maybe want to just like take the win and skate? Now while we can. We did max out our stars here. We're gonna get as many new unlocks as we are able to. There's no more earning any of those. I guess maybe it's worth tapping out. So we did 2 level 4s and then a 3 and a 2. Right, so in total that was, this city produced 10 levels of request, this city produced 10 levels of request. This city only produced 3, and this city only produced 6. So we actually ended up 1 level of request short of what we would have gotten from just doing 3 cities up to 4. But that is partially because I am tapping out now, and I don't, you know, I don't super care about finishing things. We could absolutely, quite easily, finish Pirate Town, put ourselves 2 levels of total city request above what we would normally hit, obviously gaining a bunch of extra resources from all of our Apex boosters and stuff, potentially getting the Pirate Queen to trade for Sludge, and then also improving the bonus from the hotel. And then in doing so, unlocking the ability for her to build a new building for the era, which is just going to give us more value. I think I'm comfortable just tapping out. I don't need to pursue the highest available numbers here. The stars are love enough for me. Can we use our last bit of... Yeah, let's put down some cobalt. For each distinct mineral on the planet. That's pretty rad. I want to put this down inside of this city somewhere. We can afford to lose a Ramon tree and a flint. Yeah. Or do I do it over here? We can overwrite the stone and the squirrel monkey, because this doesn't care where it goes exactly. If there are 2 distinct adjacent biotica at 2-star or higher. So yeah, that could go over the squirrel monkey. You like being next to animals, though. probably overthinking this. This is not really all that big of a concern. Yeah, you know what? Come here. I'm gonna buy one more little Eon charge. We're gonna do an upgrade, and then we're gonna put down some fancy minerals and call it good. All right. The cobalt can go here. Bauxite can go there. And that's a lot of points of resources, friends. The time has come to conclude this planet, I think. But first, let's just watch those numbers pile up. So yeah, without spending our microcharges, without getting too into all of our resources and everything, we managed to push the city up to 270 prosperity. Hold on, she's inventing something. Let's give that a second. It's probably going to be higher. She invented paint and pigment. 273 prosperity. Very nearly up to another trade route. Yeah. A lot of value. I'm good. We're concluding. Sludge is now available across the globe, which is a good thing, right? Through the hard work of the Sludge Corp CEO, the planet sure does look different. It really was remade. Maximum value has been created for Sludge Corp shareholders. Look at all that value. Focus groups report a rise in happiness. Carefully worded questions, obviously. Yeah, look at this. We're not even actually spending all the space on the planet, and we had a crevice left. It is absolutely viable to run 4 cities, but it is a little tricky to find the Eon to push all of their projects and requests. And that was with us taking both of the bonus Eon 2-star rewards, wasn't it? Without those, obviously, you would be finding it even more challenging. Yep, so these rewards we all had already. That's a new one, though. And then we got our full 9 value over here. All right, 4 more pulls from the big old pool. Let's see what we got. I wonder how close this puts us to done. I think there's still quite a lot of locked stuff, if I'm not mistaken. Get some pomegranates. Okay, an awful lot of food. Doesn't want a lot of animals around. But you can have up to 3 animals in the biome with no penalty. And it's fruit, and it's a tree. Field Iringo is pretty cool. 25 science and barren is pretty neat, and flower and undergrowth, both of which are good tags. This is also great. It's a 2-star, obviously. It's got to be a little bit better, and of course your oryx. That's a rainforest pull. Jaguars, super rad. Each surplus biodiversity in the biome. Okay. Still uncovering more cat tags, critically important cat tags, on your 3-star Biotica. Is the only thing that counts the cat tag the cat temple that you can get only as a 1st level project? It feels like there's so many later cats. There must be more stuff that cares about the cat tag. Yeah, the Arrow Turtle is great and also incredibly adorable, obviously. Get an ocean pole containing some other kind of coral. Woo! Okay. Magnificent coral beds. Yeah, double the resource output for each distinct coral bioticum in the entire biome. And then also up to... So you can get this up to 125 base yield from maximizing Great Reef. And then run out... okay, it's 5 biodiversity. And then, run out quite a lot of magnificent coral bed action. This one could have a really impressive payout. Open brain coral, delicious. Aha, non-food biotica that gives all biotica of this type food. A type that generally does not produce food. That's actually very valuable. Cool, cool, cool. And one more pull. Show me something neat. Hey, Brazil wood. That's pretty neat. Big tree bonuses. Cinnabar, cinchona tree, and Jabuticaba? Okay. Oh, I was going to say, hey, that's a pretty good amount of food, but it does only score up to twice. Still, it's decent. All right. And with that, we have actually, we have now 3-starred every era, I believe, right? If we hit new game here. I guess I can't see that on this screen. Where do I see that? Yeah, here. Okay, yes, we have 3-starred every era. We've got a lot of the biotica unlocks. Still not everything. We still haven't managed to get the fennec foxes or the camels or whatever this is. This perfectly round bioticum. Yeah, no, actually there's kind of a lot of stuff left. There's big old sharks. I will tell you what, from looking at the available silhouettes here, I'm definitely not seeing some of my favorite sea creatures. There's no way that's a sarcastic fringe head, right? So I don't know, just a recommendation to the devs in case they're looking for ideas for more stuff to add. Sarcastic fringe heads. Let them be in every biome. They're a delight. Just like definitely a creature that should totally exist on Earth. Ooh, that might be... They could really be any kind of stork. I kind of... you know what? I don't think it is a shoebill. But I kind of... Shoebills would be another fun addition. Do I think the developers are watching? Probably not, but it would be cool. Okay, we're getting close on some of them. Basically, what I'm debating is, like, was this the last episode of this series, now that we have hit 3 stars on all of the turning points? You know what? I'm going to leave y'all in suspense, because I honestly don't know. That's going to be it for us for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. This game is really fun, and I do want to keep playing it. You know what we'll probably do? We'll probably come back and at least try the daily and weekly challenges that they've implemented. I'm curious what those look like. So come back next time for some of that and your ability to compete with me and embarrass me with your incredible scores. And we'll see you then.